Hey guys, welcome to the show today. Before we get too into it though, I do have to go grab something to drink. I'll be right back. That's good stuff. Hang on, let me go put this down. And I'm back. Sorry that took so long, but, had to go make sure I put it down safe. Oh, you didn't see me move. Okay. Sorry, sometimes I forget I have super speed. Also, lightning gave me abs last week, so yeah, there's that. I'm just kidding, unfortunately. But hey, you know who lightning did give abs to? The Flash. So, do you have a minute to talk about the Flash? Hello everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Matt's Minutes. Today is a very special episode of the show because today is the first ever fan-suggested show. So, big shout out to you, Justin, for suggesting this one, and he suggested that I do a video on the Speedforce. For those of you that aren't aware, the Speedforce is basically it's what gives the Flash his powers. So I thought, you know what? I do listen to what you guys have to say, I do read the comments, and I did get this suggestion, so I thought I would just do a video on it. Sure, why not? I know enough about the Flash. So, let's get into it. So as I mentioned earlier, the Speed Force is what gives the Flash, and really anyone in the DC universe that has speed-based powers, their abilities. One person in particular has a very special connection to the Speed Force, and that is Barry Allen. You might recognize him as the Flash in the CW show, or some of you might know him as the only Flash, even though there's plenty of others. Anyway, the reason Barry's connection to the Speed Force is special is, follow me on this, Barry Allen generates the Speed Force. Yes, you heard that right. Barry Allen generates his own powers. If that's confusing, oh, it gets even worse. Barry Allen got his powers when he was struck by lightning in a chemical lab. So, it is later revealed that Barry Allen was also the very bolt of lightning that gave him his powers in the first place. Confused yet? I definitely am. And that lightning also gave him abs, which I'm super jealous of. Now I know what you're thinking. With all of that power, surely Barry Allen must be the fastest Flash. And quite honestly, that's where I would put my money if I was a betting man, is that the dude that literally generates the Speed Force would be the fastest Flash. And to those who, I want to say, you're wrong. Yeah, you heard me right. The guy that generates the Speed Force, that gives every other speedster his speed, is not the fastest Flash. It is actually Wally West, the Flash that took over the mantle of the Flash after Barry Allen died, but didn't die. Yeah, comics are really confusing. But anyway, this is 100% canon because in DC Comics, Barry and Wally had a race, and Wally won. And also in that race, they both almost destroyed not only the universe, but the entire multiverse. Like I said, comics are weird, y'all. Comics are weird, but we love them and we appreciate them for as they are. Anyway, so back to the Flash. So one of the reasons that it's thrown around that why Wally could be faster than Barry is because Wally has more of his potential unlocked than Barry does. And this is kind of further backed up by the fact that most of the speedsters can do different abilities than each other, and everyone has something that they can do that Barry can't. So that kind of makes sense. Plus, Barry wasn't around for like 20 years, so Wally had some time to develop as the Flash, while Barry wasn't really doing anything. This explanation really doesn't make sense to me, though, because Barry is a more experienced Flash than Wally is, and Barry has had his powers longer. In addition, yes, the argument can be said that Wally can do some things better than Barry can, but also Barry can do some things better than Wally can. So that really doesn't hold any ground to me personally. So if it's not age, and it's not experience, and it's not the length of time they've had their powers, what could it be? You know what? There is one thing that makes sense. It's Barry's own mind. Now let me explain this. Barry Allen had a very traumatic childhood. So his mother was killed, and his dad was put in prison for her murder, which he was wrongfully accused of. He did not do it. So, because of this, Barry spent his whole life trying to become a forensic analyst so he could free his dad from prison. Then he actually met who killed his mom, in his name was Eobard Thawne, or the Reverse Flash. To make matters worse, the Reverse Flash has some weird time stream, like the real confusing thing going on. Bottom line, the Reverse Flash can't kill Barry, and Barry can't kill him. Because if one killed one, the other would cease to exist, kind of a thing. So, because of this, the Reverse Flash can basically do whatever he wants to Barry's life, and there's not much Barry can do to stop him. That's a lot. That's a lot. And especially that Barry went through a lot of it at such an early age. That's a lot to go through. So my thought is this, that somehow those traumatic experiences have an effect on Barry and have put up mental barriers to prevent him from being able to use all of his powers as of right now. And I think that makes the most sense. Barry has the most potential of any speedster because he literally generates the Speed Force. But if his own mind is preventing him from being able to access those powers due to some past trauma, that makes a lot of sense to me. Now, Wally did not have near as tragic of a backstory as Barry did, so that would also make sense as to why Wally is faster than Barry, because Wally doesn't have those same mental barriers slowing him down like Barry does. Now, of course, this is just my own personal opinion, and you can find other opinions out there on the internet that say that Barry is actually faster than Wally, as I actually agree. I believe Barry's faster than Wally, he just has some stuff he has to work through in order to realize that. But that's just my opinion. What do you think? Do you think I'm onto something here, or is there something that I might have missed? Please let me know in the comment section down below. Also in the comments, I want you to let me know if you have an idea for another minute. Like I said at the beginning, this episode the idea of it was suggested by someone that watches the channel. So, I do take these seriously and I do get around to them. So if you have an idea, please post it in the comment section down below and I will get to it. Probably sooner rather than later. So, if you like this video, please give it a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. And we post new videos every Monday, so please stay up to date. Hey, I did want to give a huge shout out to my great friend and editor, Preston Reedy. If you like his stuff, please let me know. If you haven't already, please go check out his channel, The Preston Perspective. Thank you guys so much, and hope you have a great rest of your day.